Well, here we are, another place that Jen really liked. Arena Negras. There's the van. She could never remember the name of this place, so she used to describe it as the big car park in the forest at the top of a track. And I had to find it from that. But yeah, it's so quiet up here. Very few people. Montaña Negra is in that direction, over that hill there. We're going up that way, up towards Chiñero, and I'll reach the bottom of the Chiñero circular route by the top of the walk. Calling to see Jen on the way back. About an hour and a half's walk, I suppose. But the first bit, of course, as we all remember, is it's fairly harsh. The weather is interesting. It was forecast 80% cloud cover today. There is a lot of cloud over the Atlantic, so maybe later on it will get covered. But for now, I'll wander up the path. This is the start of the track that nobody likes, because although you can't see it, it's a 45-degree slope up there to the top. I think it stopped. Oh no. There, 45-degree slope to the top. And it's a bit of a slog when it's first bit in the morning on a slippery slope. But it's quite pleasant, very quiet. Interestingly enough, I'd not got 50 metres before my GPS said no navigation possible. Fortunately I know where I'm going, but I'm using two mobiles this morning. The iPhone has now got Earthmate on from Garmin to try and send the messages back and the tracking back. I don't hold much hope. I spent an hour trying to make it work this morning and gave up. I'm going to give up talking because this is going to get hard. Well, as you can hear, Jamie, I'm out of breath. I came up the hill without a stop. I'm now knackered. But I should be on the right path. I don't know, it doesn't really matter whether I take this path or the track. So I'll take the path. The path is much nicer than the track. The track is a bit... Although I did think I could probably get my van round there and further up into the mountains. But that getting as bad as the rest of them. Right, I'm going to stop talking for a while. I did send the first starting the walk message from the van, so it'll be interesting to see if that got through. Well, I just checked on my Samsung mobile on Outdoor Active, and it can't find where I am. I don't know what that's doing. So I'm now walking with the Garmin Earthmate on both the Samsung and the iPhone. The iPhone is tracking, whereas I'm hoping that the other one is going to show me a real position on the map. We'll see in a while when I start to need it. At present I don't need it at all. This is fairly straightforward. That's there is the backside of Arenas Negra volcano. I've just come up from down there, and I'm up there somewhere. For Denise, I'll be going and crossing the place where you've got nice views of Tede, Pico Viejo, and Chiñero, at the back end of Chiñero. We'll be crossing that further on. Forgot to turn this off, So it's been wasting battery all the way up the track, or the path. The other track that I could have come up is here. We couldn't cross it now. I've now got to decide where I'm going, but with outdoor active playing up, it's a bit difficult. I might have to restart the mobile. It's just locked, so I can't use it at all. So I'll try that before I go any further. Right, I've restarted the Samsung. I'm waiting for it now to reboot itself. Of course, it's going to want the SIM card number. I think I know what it is. If I've got it wrong, we'll be working on Earthmate all the way. Well, I think all I need to do is to go up that track. I'm going to look at the Earthmate on the iPhone and see what that says. Unfortunately, oops, you can't see that. Earthmate is just giving me that, which shows me getting close. Where the point is the 2 walks I did with Denise, or 3 I did one on my own. The point is where Jen's ashes are. So it looks as though I'm on the path that runs parallel, and I did think about walking across, but when I looked last time, in the bottom of the barranco between them, there is a set of what look like dragon teeth, pieces of lava. So I don't think I'll be able to cross that thing. I'm going to have to go to the top of this and come back down. We will see. I'm now at a point where we've walked, or I've walked in a loop round this. There's a track there you can hardly see that comes back. That's the main one in. But that goes, I think, to the top of the side of Montaña Blanca. I don't think it goes where I want to go, but I'm not sure. I need one of the bloody systems to work, so I'm going to wait a minute and see if I can restart the Samsung. Right, I managed to reboot the Samsung SIM card. It looks as though we go up this one. I'll see how far I can get before I find I'm out at the wrong track, but according to where it thinks I'm going, it's this way. We'll see in a minute. Well, according to the outdoor active map that's now tracking where I'm going, or showing me where I'm going, navigating, I am on the right track, right path. Oh look, a little bird. 2 little blue birds, Denise. Oh, they can see them. Oh, why are they out of focus? Oh, don't know what they are. Or why this is part of the Chiñero, I think. Lava flow. One edge of it, as it went down the hill, you don't realise how big these are. Some are much bigger than this. But then you get nice things like beautiful plants at the same time. So this place really has everything you could want. Not as many birds as people like Denise and Brian would want for bird watching, but if you want nature and the majesty of a volcano, this is the place to be. As you can hear, nothing except the wind blowing amongst the tree branches. It's wonderful. And look at that view into the forest. This side, I'm still walking up the side of the Chiñero lava field, but very soon I'll be further up that, closer to where Jen's ashes are. I shall be visiting that after I get to the top. Well, I'm now beginning to climb. That's the lava field edge, and this is me going up onto the lava field, up this piece of track. I'm not going to video it much more than this because I need my stick for safety. The track now runs on top of the lava flow. This is what was molten lava at one time in its life. I've come from right down there, a long way down. But it levels out here. As you can see, there's not much uphill that way yet. A bit further on it just gets steeper, but for a while I'll be on the flat. Let's see if I can just navigate this with a stick in my left hand onto the flat bit. Oh God, it's my right knee playing up. But there you are. You can see what kind of countryside I'm in now. Lots of rock. This is, well, lava, not rock. I suppose it's only a matter of definition. But it's been long enough for these pines to grow amongst this lava. And we go around this corner. It starts to get a bit more spectacular. The lava field where Jen is, or the lava flow, I thought I could cross it. It's only 100 metres from this track to the track where Jen is. But in the bottom of the barranco there, when I looked last time, there were shards of lava sticking up like shark's teeth. So I don't think I'll be able to take a shortcut. I'll look when I get there. Our GPS will tell me when I'm within 50 metres of it. But I suspect I'll not be able to cross the lava. We will see. This is really an interesting place to walk because it, I say, at the side of or on the lava flow. And now I'm beginning to climb again. Get the stick out. A bit higher up the hill. And eventually this will join the Chiñero path from San Jose, and it's a path that we walk fairly frequently. But be a bit careful around these corners. And if I continue to the top, which I may do, I should come to the signpost at the bottom of the Chiñero circular route. I'll see how I feel further on up. But for now, oh look, we've got a signpost here. I can't be at the top of the Chiñero route already. If it is, I'm going a lot further, a lot faster than I thought. So, we'll see when I get there. No, there we are, as I expected. San Jose down to the right, Chiñero to the left. This is a bit that will pass parallel to where Jen is on the right in a minute. I'll let you know when we get there. It's interesting. According to the Outdoor Active map, I'm about 100 metres from being parallel with the top, or with the walk path that comes into this lava field from where Jen is. And what Jen's ashes are, maybe a spirit as well, I don't know. But I'm looking for the trees that mark where she is. But it's difficult. Most pines look the same. Let me look at the map again, because I must be fairly close by now. Yeah, so if you according to the map, I'm virtually parallel with where Jen is, so it would mean that if I just walk on here, that probably those 4 points are where Jen is. And although it looks easy, and I'll show you why it looks easy. This is easy in the Lawler field. With an actual bridge across. I wonder whether I can cross that. Well, let's find out. Where would I want to go? I would want to go that way, not this way. No. Oh, that looks easiest. Go down there. There's a step down there. Step over that. Onto there. And if you're careful, bot, and extend your stick to full length, you can get both legs together. One onto there and the other down there. That was a long drop. Never mind, we're down. Let's go look over the top now. Let me just get up here to see where I am up here. Onto the top edge, because I think there's another giant barranco between me and Jen here. If not, oh, it may be that I can walk straight across. Oh, well, Jen, I might see you sooner than I expected. Well, if I fall, I might see you even sooner. There we are. Cross that bit onto the ordinary. And people have walked here. I may be on the path. Are those two in front? Are those two in front of me? Jen's trees? I don't know. Well, look. I think those are the two trees, and these are the rocks in the bottom, so I was concerned about. Climbing over those would be a nightmare, but I can go around them there, I think. And that ought to be where Jen is. We'll see. This has been walked, but it's not the actual path. The actual path is further over by 25 metres over that ridge. But that is definitely where Jen is, so I'm going to go up this, I think, and go from the top. So we've got the easy way again. Oh, why isn't that clinking? Well, I don't know why the thing isn't ringing till time it's recording. I assume it is. But that's the path, the Chinyero path, so those trees there, that beautiful tree there, is Jen's place, and those are the rocks and Gardiner. So I'll take the easy route, I think, and walk down onto the actual path and up onto the top. I don't think any of that recorded. I think I was just playing. Yes, that's the actual path. It's just over the edge of this. Those are the two trees at the side of Jen, and that's the actual path going to Chinyero from Montagna Negra, rather than go across there, which is a bit area. I'm going to go down to the actual path, which is easier, and see her across there. Well, here we are on the actual path across to the lava field where it starts, just below where Jen is. It comes from there. I'm going up there to where Jen is. So I'll climb up this last bit. Get my stick, take it down onto to just 2 since I'm going uphill, and climb up this. There's the path up to Chignero, and this is where I am. It's getting to be a fast one here, so I have to be careful. Well, I was expecting to tell Jen how bad the weather was when I got here, with 80% coverage of cloud, and it's another beautiful day. Yeah, I don't know. And here we are, amongst the trees where Jen stays. I can now take off my rucksack for a while. And sit it down there beside of Jen. And let her have some fresh air and a bit of sunshine. Now, me move back a bit. I don't know whether you can see that. When I pan in with it, it seems to get out of focus, and I don't know why. So, yeah. Yeah, so she's now out of focus. Strange. I'll take a picture with the iPhone. But there we are with Jen's view again of Tede, Pico Viacco, and the back end of Chignero there in front of us. As I say, if I walk up this now to the top and then down, I'll have got to the circular route, which I'll do in a minute. But first of all, I'm going to sit and have a drink and a chat. Oh, there you are. I brought you half of the, well no, not quite half of the almendros. I'm going to spin it round here, and it might attract the birds, so you might get some birds. You'll have some bird song as well as the view. It's not going to do any harm to the countryside. It will just disappear into the rocks and the soil. But maybe 1 or 2 birds will come down and talk to you. There we are. You put the tissues away instead of that, and I can now sit down and have a drink. I'll sit on this one, I think, this time today. Oh, dear me. There we are. Right, I've sent a second message saying I'm still walking. Don't know whether that's gone or not. It's still rather confuses me what the hell it's doing. Top of the walk is 100 metres up the hill now. So I shall be up there, then I shall be walking back down. The time is 10 past 11, it's taken me an hour to get here, but I have come across the lava field, which is not normal. So with a bit of luck, I'll be back down for just gone 12 and back at home by 1. But I will send another email later on, but I'll give you a final look of that beautiful Tede. Wonderful. Well, I'm back on a track now, walking up to the top of this road to the bottom of the Chignero circular route. Oh, that's what where I think it is. As we go around Of course, we're getting closer to the peak of Teide. Depends how high the walls of the lava field are at the side of the path, whether we get any more pictures. But the one in front is the back of Ciniero. The explosion was on the other side, blew the far side of the mountain out, and then it all rolled round the mountain and down the hill. Very strange. I don't know why it blew the other side out. I'm sure there was some reason for it. It's far more spectacular looking at it from the other side. But then the route round Ciniero, like the M25, it is awful. There are coaches of people with flip-flops on and God knows what walking round it. So really, I'm not sure that you want to be there. And if you go by car, there's nowhere to park. The tourists are creating mayhem on the mountain. They all want to be exactly there. They don't want to have to walk anywhere. So they park badly everywhere, even in the caldera. But there you are. As you can see, Ciniero there, and Teide will be coming into view around there in a minute. There you are, Teide there. Cameras never do this scenery justice, but I'll do a bit more filming further on. This is now going into the lava flow and the lava field that Ciniero caused. We're going to go left here. I want to go down further on to the left. I don't want to go to the right and round that way. So in the distance I can see the signpost that I thought would be up here. It's interesting that you still get these wonderful trees on mountains. Look here. You're outside of what was a violent volcano. Yeah, nature survived. Some quite interesting views coming down, that the path round comes down from up there and joins here. And you've got views from right on the side of the flank, onto the flank of the volcano. But I'm going back down now, and as you see when I get here, in a second, the circular Ciniero route, 5.7 kilometres away round, but I don't want to be there. I want to be going down the hill. So to the left as far as I'm concerned, but I'm going to check with my GPS first. Yes, I'm on the right route. For about 30 seconds it stuck over where Jen's ashes are, but the dot wouldn't move to say I'd moved. I have moved. Eventually it did decide to join me further up the path. Strange things happen. Sheer coincidence, I have no doubt. But, I don't know. There we are. And as you can see here, the new one says Arenas Negras. So there we are. The way back down, it does join the track I came up on, but I went across onto the lava field, if you remember, and crossed the CGen via the lava field. This walks straight back down the path I came up on. This is a very attractive little patch, dapple sunshine. pines on both sides. You wouldn't know there was a giant lava field just to the left of us. We will in a minute because it comes back into view, but this is quite pleasant. And I suppose in actual fact the walk itself, if you walk this one up to the top and back down again, is a fairly nice walk. Not really difficult if you don't decide to go across the lava field. If you go across the lava field it might be difficult, but not this way. Just continues on. This is just a bit lower down, and when I crossed over the lava field, that was back there. There's a tree, a big pine with a single stick stuck out to the top there. See that? That's a useful kind of landmark. But yeah, so we're on the way back, and it's all fairly easy now. And here we are, the signpost back to Arenas Negras down the hill. It's just getting warmer now. No sign of the 80% cloud cover that was forecast yesterday. I'm going to be exposed to the sun in a minute, crossing the lava field edge, so and also goes on to some rocky ground. This is it, entrance back into the lava field, and at least this has got a path. Not that that makes it any safer. There are times when some of these rocks you just don't see sticking out. So I'm going back to walking with a stick now. Going up here was difficult. Going down is, you need a stick, a proper length stick, because there's loads of loose rock. But it's not that difficult once you do it carefully. I will leave this rattling a bit while I go, just to show that these things can be negotiated safely. I'm not using an orbital stick. I'm using the Omnipod for my camera, which extends to 5 foot, which is very useful going down things like this, because at this point where there are big drops, I can extend it to make sure I'm secure on the bottom of the walk. The normal stick, walking sticks that I've got, don't extend to this length, and ooh, aren't as good. You still slip though. That's the sliding on the pebbles. But there we are, down the difficult bit. I can now put my stick back to walking size for flat walking and carry on. There are lots of those little birds, Denise, the blue, half blue ones, I don't know what they call them. I can't hear them, of course. I've got to put my hearing aids in today. That would have helped somewhat. But I can see them, and the shadow of them flying crosses the path every so often, so I can see them flying past me. But there are quite a few up here. According to the GPS, I'm about 1.5 kilometres out from the finish. It's a short walk, only about 5.5 kilometres. I will check at the end. Not much of a climb either, but it's still designated as 50 minutes each way, so that would be 1.5 hours. And a good stretch of the legs, a good workout for the cardiovascular system, and a very pleasant countryside. And I suppose if I spent more time with photography, this would be fascinating photographs on these walks. I must sit and think about it at some time. the back of Montagna Negra as we go back down. An interesting tree full of the what the clouds formed. Don't know what they call it. Hell, can't think of a name. My brain is turning to mush. Moss would cover it, but I don't think it's moss as such. It's what they get from the water up here, from the cloud. Yeah, little plants are so fascinating. The flowers aren't out now. It's a bit too late in the year. They've been burnt off, so you see very few flowers. I don't know whether the Californian poppies will survive. I forgot to bring any water up for them. I don't know. We'll see. Well, we're approaching the end of the walk. This is towards the top of the Arenas Negra site, parking site. Some kind of water container. And this is where I go off the path and go down the steep slope. But just up there, I didn't catch my foot, but it caught on a rock that was sticking up. I didn't stumble or anything like that, but it made me take a quick step, and when my right knee hit the floor, right leg hit the floor, my right knee complained bitterly. So now I expect tomorrow I'm going to have a bit of an achy right knee. And now I'm on this downward path, and I'm going to turn you on. Well, here we are through the kids' playground that Jen used to mention as well. Children's playground in near the car park. I never see any children on it, but maybe at the weekend, if branch families come up. Although I don't know when they get time, because they all seem to be working 6.5 days a week. A lot more walkers about. There was only these two cars that we see in front of us here when I got here. Now there's a whole stretch of them across the below the van. And there's the van. Oh, yeah. Don't know the time. Let me just check and see what I've done. It's not 12 o'clock, so I have done it in an hour and 13 hours and 40 minutes, which is what I would have told Jen. She'd have been happy again. We've been on time. So, another day done. She really used to like it up here. It is such a peaceful place. But then most of the places I go are, that's why I go, to get away from the tourists. Right, we'll put the things away and get back to Los Cristianos and the tourists. I've just sent finished walk message. I'm not sure how that thing works at all. I'm going to have a look again, because every one I sent today was a different way. So I'll no doubt I'm going to get some feedback, and I'll see what I can do.